drag it now.
Were we on? Yeah, okay. There.
Awesome.
Is that going to be good enough? All right.
All right, guys. Welcome to this free class or live session on how to get that PLR off your hard drive and growing your business instead.
Yes.
So, so today's session, we're going to teach you how to save time, save money, and grow your loyal audience, and make sure that your audience can't wait to buy more of your products, including how to quickly and easily put those products up for sale.
Also, this is for Cynthia and anyone else who asks.
Yeah, so all these lessons will come together as we work through the material.
Yeah, so stay to the end.
Absolutely. So we've got a free handy download to help you organize your content and make it work more effectively for you. And we'll also have time to brainstorm and ask questions. And we will stay here for as long as you want us.
As we always do. Even if we're sweating, we'll still do it, even though it's hot today.
All right, so we're also going to give you the details about our first ever and maybe only, Alice will explain later. So this is a 30-day use your PLR challenge. So we can fulfill our promise to get that PLR off your hard drive. Next slide, please.
Okay, well, that's me. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about us because I know a lot of you guys know us, but some of you are brand new. I know we had lots of people waiting before we started the stream, and we've had tons sign up to say they're interested, and I know other people were promoting this, so we are really glad to meet you if it's the first time. I'm Alice Siva, this is Yusef Kulan, and together we have over 2 decades of content marketing experience. We've actually also sold millions of dollars in done for you content, or PLR, and yeah, like, so what, right? Like, people say, well, so what, you've sold all this content, but like, you don't get to that point of being able to sell the done for you content without the experience and knowledge of helping our customers leverage that content, right? Because that's what we really want for you, and that's why we're doing this, because we can give you the content, but we also want you to give you the the skills to use it effectively. Our goal is always to make you the hero to your audience, and we want to make it super easy for you. So for me, there's me. I'm sure you can recognize me in the picture. I'm the content ideas person. I do a lot of the strategies for us, and I also create a bit of chaos behind the scenes and drive Yusef a little bit crazy, but he will never tell you. I don't think he'll tell you.
No.
But Yusef as our CFO, and it makes sure that we can always afford all this stuff that we do and make sure we stay in business, because if we go out of business, then how can we help you, right? And he's also in charge of making sure we generate more business, so does a lot of our traffic stuff. He runs our ads, our search engine optimization, and those kinds of things. So he's a great person to call on for those kinds of things.
Definitely.
And on the personal side, and we are going to get to the content right away, this isn't going to be a long thing, but we wanted to share this because it's relevant to what we want to bring to you. We're not going to show you our Lamborghinis or Bugattis because we don't have them, because we're all about keeping life and marketing simple and fun. We just want to focus on results, right? And we agree that you should be doing that so you can grow your results. Like, stop worrying about all the little details. And in this case, we have a team that creates content, and we focus on helping you with it. So don't get bogged down in those details. Use the resources you have. Private label rights content makes it easy, and we're going to talk all about that, obviously. We love traveling. We took up paddleboarding together. This was a photo from a paddleboarding trip from a while ago where some chaos happened there too, but it wasn't my fault. It was nature's fault. We share a love of food and cooking, and we love Netflix binges together. And so, a lot of marketing types or productivity gurus will say, cancel your cable. No, you shouldn't have Netflix. You shouldn't watch TV. Well, guess what? It's your life. You get to decide what you like to do, and we love watching Netflix. We also happen to share this love. You guys, some of you will recognize a biscuit. And we actually started our business venture together with a project to support dog rescue, and in the process adopted the best office mate anyone could ever ask for. But right now she's not in the office because it's too hot. Yeah. She's napping in a cooler room. Yeah. But she has gone paddleboarding with us, and she's lots of fun, and she gets to be part of that, make life fun, make business not too complicated life. And the reason, we share this because we also want you to be able to decide what your looks like, right? So what do you want your life to look like? Your daily life, your overall things that you're passionate about. You have the ability to decide that. So when you let other people care of the details, like us as PLR providers, you can focus on the big picture of your business, which is really important.
All right, so this session will be useful whether you create your own content, hire content creators, or use ready-to-publish content or done-for-you private label rights content. So we will explain if you've never used it before, so bear with us. We will tell you what PLR stands for, and it will still be extremely useful even if you've never really published content before. So. Yeah,
that's for sure. Like these are solid strategies that will apply to all content, and PLR makes it so much easier. So what is PLR?
So what is PLR? So let's get to it. So it's done for you content that is ready for you to edit, brand, monetize, and publish as your own. It's much like purchasing a license for a stock photo that you use for your business, but it can be a variety type of products. It could be checklist reports. We'll get into it later. So to give you another example of what PLR is, or not really a PLR, but this concept. So let's take a grocery store as an example. There are some grocery stores like Walmart, they have their own in-house brand called Great Value. Egentligen, or I'll start speaking Swedish.
Well, maybe we process here and you can translate in the chat.
So Walmart actually does not produce its own products. So they collaborate with other manufacturers and other brands that produce a particular product. And what they do is they take that, product like soup, macaroni, and cheese, and they just stick their Great Value label on it and then use it as their own. So that is basically the idea of PLR. You take something that is already created, in this case it's printables, worksheets, or stuff of that nature, and you just put your label on it, and sometimes you can tweak and modify it as you want.
Yeah, and I mean, this is all going to tie into what we're talking about. Like it's all with the Walmart's message. You trust their brand because of who they are, and we're going to kind of help you figure that part out too.
Absolutely. So perks of using PLR, it's done and ready to go. It's cheaper than hiring a ghostwriter, and it also allows you to stay focused on growing your business as opposed to hiring illustrator, graphic designers that create that content for you, where you spend a lot of money. Or if you were to create the content yourself, it will take a lot of time away from you. In this case, you buy it, as we said, it's a finished product that you can edit and add your label to it however you like.
Yeah.
So it's always our goal to stay on top of trends and get the best researched, written, and designed content. And that's because we want to create content that is highly usable to create that loyal audience that will come back and buy more and more of your product, which is what we've been promising you. And we will be talking about it later in great details. So that's how you and we stay in business, basically.
Yeah, we're a team now.
Yeah. So PLR can come in many formats, as I said. So this is not an exhaustive list, but just to give you an idea, it can come in a form of articles, graphics, reports, courses, videos, email templates that you can basically just take and edit and add your information to it and send it. That will save you a lot of time. And it's also sales pages. You can actually buy content that you can put in place on sales pages and printables. All right, next, please, next slide.
Oh, but Carolyn,
Yeah.
where? Oh, Carolyn is local. Come on, but it's hot in the house, and I live in a house with hardly any windows for some odd reason. I was gonna say Carolyn says it's 30 degrees there. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Whoa, there we go.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
So PLR can grow your traffic, it can grow your list, and it can also be turned into different products. So of course, there is probably a question on a lot of people's minds here right now. So you can stay until the end, ask us the question, or we can, you want to take a quick question now?
No, like we'll just do it as it comes up, you know, put it in the chat if we don't cover it while we're going, because maybe it won't fit in, or maybe we missed it, because sometimes this chat moves fast. You can just repeat it at the end, because we can't, if we can't.
Perfect.
Carolyn,
Okay.
it's 33 degrees. That's Celsius, by the way, and it's not that hot. It's just that there's no air conditioning in most homes in Vancouver, because it's usually not that hot. All right, so I think this is a great place. You know, we're going to talk about growing your traffic, growing your list, turning it into products. But I wanted to take this little exit here and you know, a lot of people will ask, you know, but isn't PLR obsolete now that Chat GPT and other AI tools are here? It just means that you can do, you know, you can create all this content. What do we need PLR for? But when you think about it, PLR is already done for you. It's already researched, edited, formatted, plus it comes in a variety of, you know, formats that you go ahead and publish right away. When you use ChatGPT, for example, you should be doing more research on what ChatGPT tells you, because unless you are a total subject matter expert, you do need to verify a lot of things. Then you've got the editing, you've got the formatting. Now that doesn't mean we're putting down ChatGPT, because absolutely not. We use it ourselves when we are putting our own stuff together, or when we're using PLR content. So the thing is your time is money, and you choose how to spend it. So why do it from scratch? Because essentially, you know, using ChatGPT, even though they're speeding up the process, you're still doing it from scratch. So, you know, you can just use done for you content and build on that. And you know, this I think is 100% true. Like if you look at this graphic here, and it says ChatGPT is a time and money saver. And PLR content is also a time and money saver. But when you put them together, and we're going to share some ideas throughout this presentation that shows you this, you can be a marketing force to be reckoned with. You know, for example, as a quick example before we get into everything, you know, let's say you're making a journal. You can get ChatGPT to create prompts for you, but you still have to format it, make the cover and stuff. But when you start with the PLR, you can just use that product and build on it, right? And you can find out new prompts and things like that, and modify it that way. We are, as I said, going to share some ideas throughout this presentation, and they're not the exhaustive or only things you can do, but we're sharing them to give you the idea of what's possible. And, you know, let's be real also. I think this is important when we say use them effectively together, and you're going to be a marketing force to be reckoned with, because right now ChatGPT and all those tools are creating a lot of noise out there, and honestly a lot of garbage, right? So when you use the strategies here and use these tools properly, or not properly, but a smart way, right? Then you get to leverage that effect, and you get to stand out from all that other noise. So it doesn't matter that you're starting from done for you content, or even having ChatGPT help you. We're going to show you how to make things more unique and to you.
And make the best out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alice is going to talk about traffic, list building, and products and more. But first, let's talk about why content is still absolutely the #1 business building strategy.
Yeah, and I'd say, like, since I started my business like over 2 decades ago, that hasn't changed, right?
Yeah.
And it's not going to change, and in fact, I would say it's probably more important as the noise gets louder and louder online. Like when I started in 2002, yes, 2002, like you could easily get search engine, getting traffic was easier, things were easier, like, and you didn't have to stand out through content, your products could stand out. But now, you know, with social media, everything, even ads, like you're leading with content, you're getting people in there, and it's more important than ever.
Absolutely. So content is how your customers, so we're trying to say why, or identify why content is important. So content is how your audience, how your customers find you, right? They sign up on your email list and learn more about your product. And next slide, please. Content is also how your customers fall in love with you. Your expertise, how you motivate them, how you entertain them. It is how you create a connection between your customers.
Yeah, that's what we mean about really standing out from all this noise, right?
Absolutely.
Making that connection.
And for many of us, content is how you create your products. You know, you can create courses, coaching programs, ebooks, memberships, printables. It's all content in the end that you can put together.
All right, so here are like 19 creative ways to use PLR. This is going to be just a little primer, get you some good ideas, and then we're going to talk more about deep like strategies. And again, this can be these ideas can be for content in general. It can be done for you content, PLR content, stuff you create from scratch, all of it, right? And the PLR can be search engine food on your website. It can be newsletter content, autoresponder content. Can become an opt-in gift to grow your list. It can get more people into your opt-in offer. So it's the actual gift you give away, but also the content that leads them to the page where they sign up for your offer. It's for product promotions, for social media content. You can incorporate it into your ads. We talked about, like, if you look at a lot of ads, there's like more content in those like Facebook ads and everything you're seeing. It's content-based stuff. It can be turned into an information product. It can be turned into a print-on-demand product, like T-shirts and things like that. Graphics can be turned into that, or journals can be turned into books, or other written content can be books. It could be a printable product for sale. Great for promotions for your affiliates. So you can give this free content out to affiliates. A lot of affiliates like to just promote the product directly, but others are not, a little more shy about selling, but they still have big audiences and they'll want to share free content. But you have to be careful about looking at the terms for this. So a lot of people who sell PLR won't allow you to let other people publish it. Like they don't offer resale rights, and neither do we. But in our terms, we do allow you to, if it's promoting your own product, like say you have a report that promotes your product, you're allowed to brand that for your affiliates and let them promote it. That is totally okay with our terms, because it's an important part of, getting the word out there, allowing people to make money from promoting you, right? You can bundle articles into reports, bundle reports into courses. You can turn it into audio or video. You can make pamphlets and booklets for offline use. You can turn it into bonus products. You can print it and mail it as bonuses or gifts. Add it to your membership site. Tons of ideas for you, and you don't have to do all these things or any of these. Well, you probably will do some of them, and you don't have to do them all at once if you end up doing them all. Because when you have a library of PLR content, you can draw on, and you have so many marketing possibilities. So another question, and this is why we're here, because we're trying to save you time. And is it okay to publish PLR as is without editing it? People ask this a lot, and people will debate it, debate it all the time, right? Like, yes, you have to completely change it and do this or whatever, but I think that's a waste of time. So it is okay to publish it as is. You don't need to spend a bunch of time. You just need to incorporate it strategically into your marketing plan. And that's totally what we're going to talk about next. Because it's important to remember that critical to remember that. See, I'm not going to say important twice. Sorry, guys. Get tripped up on my words sometimes, but that's why I like writing. But it's critical to remember that your products are important, but they're not as important as your overall message. So you have to be clear on what your message is, right? And like, we're going back to what Yusef said about Walmart, right? Like, we don't think Walmart has a message, but they do, right? They offer this great value, and I don't know what their tagline is, and however how you perceive that might be different, but it's all kind of goes into that. And this is the part that people will come to you for. They don't care if it's like where you got that content from, as long as it makes sense to them. And your message is going to frame everything you do and all the content you choose to share. And this is going to become more clear as we go along. And it's okay if you don't know what your message is, because a lot of people don't, especially starting out or even after a long time. You know, some people think also, printable sellers, for example, which is a lot of probably people here, is I just want to sell journals, right? But it just takes time to develop. And we are around in the Facebook group and have something to so whenever you need. And then also here, we have something to share later with you that's going to help. And really, it just takes practice. And with Done For You content and PLR, you have lots of time to practice and really figure out what your message is and what your audience resonates with. So one of the first steps, though, to figure out what your message is think about, what is the problem you solve? This is why people come to you. And the problem could be something as simple as being entertained, or, you know, or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be like a big life problem, but do you help them get organized? Do you help them reach a goal? Do you help them build a business? It could be a lot of things, right? People will get connected to you and rely on you and come back to you over and over again when you're helping them solve some kind of problem, right? A printables shop, you know, if you're selling just printables, when I said, you know, the person who just wants to sell journals, when you have an Etsy shop, you're not always able to dig into that. So it's worth doing over time, and you can always use Etsy, but, you know, get people onto your list, which we're going to talk about later. Then you are able to create that message and really connect with your customers. So you also need to think about, why do your customers come to you instead of others? And that's another challenging thing for people to figure out, but you do need to take the time, and it does come through practice again. You know, is it that you're easier to follow? Do you motivate people? Do you make them feel understood? Do you make them laugh? Like, it could be a lot of different things. Maybe your products also break things down a bit better step by step. And so there is something that we want to share you later in the package we put together for you that we're going to share later on. And it's going to help you explore that better. But for now, if you don't know why people come to you, look at other businesses. What draws you to them, right? And what draws other people to them? That can help you figure out also what's inside of you that you are bringing to others, or you want to bring to others if you're not doing it yet. And one more thing also before we really begin, you think we've already begun, but we haven't, because there's lots of great stuff we want to share. But it's an oath. And if you can take this oath with us as you are there, it's going to help you embrace a lot of this. And I will read it, and then I'll explain a little in case it's not, you know, kind of what I'm talking about. And if you do agree, you can say I agree in the chat. But the oath says, not knowing how I'm going to get things done should never be a barrier to working towards my goal. I will always work on the next step and ensure I'm moving forward all the time. And that's the thing, is nobody's roadmap is ever going to be the same. We have lots of new customers. They email or they come to our group and they want a lot of step-by-step and like, what do I do next? I don't know what to do next. And those are good questions. But if you're looking for like a turnkey or cookie cutter like type of business, that's super limited. Like, you could get instructions, But we live in such an amazing time where you don't need to know the step. If you just don't know how to do something like set up your website, or do something that make your WordPress website do something that you don't know how, and you can find the plugin to do it, you do it as you get it. You don't need to know all the steps. So you just keep moving forward. You just keep practicing. So do you agree? Stephen agrees. Mimosas, Mantras, and Money agrees. Oh, well, I love that name, so I could tell you would agree. Dave, I think that David is responding to that and saying it's correct. Celeste says, thank you. Anna agrees. Awesome. We will keep going. So with that in mind.
So let's
stealing Yusef's part.
So let's go back to the traffic building, list building, selling products formula.
Yes.
So Alice will take us through all this, teaching by a way of example using our massive package of done-for-you content that will show you in even more details later on. So you will see examples from that. But it works no matter what your content is all about and what you're working with, basically.
Yeah, like this is relevant to everybody. So let's keep it simple, and here is your funnel. And if you're not familiar with the word funnel, it's just a fancy way of saying how potential customers pass through your marketing process. And you can go deeper or general, however, it doesn't matter. It's just a word to say how they go through. And we've created a really simple funnel for you. And the first part is build traffic. Then it's grow your list. And then you sell products. And we're going to talk about all three of those things. And the middle part is so important too, like growing your list. And I think that, you know, we keep hammering it on your head that it's really important that you guys believe us now. But, you know, email is still so important. And I know not everybody uses email, but if there's a way, like it's a much more commercial medium. It's a much more reliable, cost-effective and a reliable way to get your content out there. Like social media algorithms, you guys know you post something and you have all these followers and nobody saw it. But if you email something and you have so many email subscribers, you'll know that a large part of that went into their inbox, right? So you're in their inbox, and then and then still, I feel in the end, even just the amount of people who open it will generally be larger than a lot larger than what will be seen on social media. And the fact that it's a commercial medium, people expect to get product promotions there. So let's get started. We're going to start with traffic building. So as Yusef said, we're going to show you examples from different content types, and they're all examples from the package that we have put together, and how they can be incorporated into those three parts of the funnel: the traffic, grow your list, sell your products, without rewriting everything, because we're not going to do that. We don't want to do that. We don't want you to waste your time. So again, traffic building is what we're doing first. So we've got articles. They're going to be posted to your blog, social media, and I've noted that I always add a call to action, and I'm going to explain that in a second. And ways to get incorporated into your marketing strategy is to add a unique introduction to why you're sharing this. So you don't have to go, you should go through and make sure it matches your message, but you're just adding an introduction which helps people understand kind of your point of view. And when they also trust you and know you, and if they aren't there yet, they're gonna get there. They are like, I'm gonna listen because, Sandra or Nick or Lynn, this is why they decided to share this with me. You can include examples or personal stories, and here's where ChatGPT comes up. ChatGPT is great for generating examples and relevant ideas that align with your own views, experience, and message. It can really help you brainstorm personalizing the PLR. You also hear this is the call to action thing, and every piece of content should have some call to action. You should always be mentioning your products, and on social media it's trickier, right? So, and some platforms like Instagram, you can't post a link, but always be talking about your product. So if you're sharing this article on track your habits to ensure your success, you know, say, add bits to it that says, you know, as I talk about in my blank, blank, blank course or something like that. It's a conversation. And I think that's what you're going to see over this presentation, is that you are creating sort of a conversation where your audience appreciates your content, your message, but they also are aware of your products, even when you're not always linking to them or pushing it, you know, banging it over their head. So here's, like, I don't know how well you can see this screenshot, but you don't have to see the specific details, but it's just a little break here where I wanted to show you, you know, ChatGPT to customize an article, right, for your niche. So I told ChatGPT, I have a generic article on creating rules on developing good habits. I want to customize the article to my specialty of helping people quit smoking. What are 5 rules? So the article is about good habits, but not about quitting smoking. So now I've asked ChatGPT to, you know, come up with 5 rules that someone could make for themselves. Now, the details of it aren't important for our purposes, because with our purposes here today, but they will come up with some stuff and you can look at it and see if it fits in, and you can incorporate it into that article. You don't have to sit there and think about it or come up with those ideas. So then we have inspirational graphics. Now we see these everywhere. Obviously, these can be on social media. They can be used as blog post prompts, and you can add your branding and calls to action to those as well if you want. Ways to incorporate them into your marketing strategy is captions are everything, right? We're trying to create that message and create that connection. What does the saying mean to you? How does it relate to your product offers? You know, you could do those casual mentions again. You'll notice, though, that a lot of, you know, really popular social media accounts, like, you know, hundreds of thousands of followers, they'll just post it and not say anything, right? And I don't know how they build those followings, but and that's something you can do. But when you think about it and you like see those posts from those large ones, you're like, wow, that's a cool saying, but you don't know anything about the person or who's behind the account. You don't really care. It's just something that comes in your feed and you keep scrolling by. Maybe you like it, maybe you comment, but you keep going. When you're adding this personal part, you're creating that connection where they want to know more from you, and they want, you know, you're telling them about your products, which are going to help them, and they're gonna connect with you more. You can get ChatGPT to help you with those captions, and you can use these graphics also to create T-shirts, mugs, wall art, and posters for easy monetization. So here's a little thing I put together for helping ChatGPT come up with captions. So I wrote, I have an image with the saying, embrace the glorious mess you are. I want to share this one on social media because I have a business that helps busy moms manage their homes and family without the need for perfection. Would you help me write, I always like try to talk really nicely to ChatGPT. Would you help me write a short caption for this that would speak to moms? And it added all these emojis, and if you don't want it to do emojis, tell it not to, right? And it made up some hashtags, but I don't know that those would be popular hashtags. You take it with a grain of salt, right? But they wrote something quite nice, right, that you can use, and you can edit and make sure it matches your message. And then we have printables, right? Printables are great, free, easy SEO traffic. I'm going to talk about that in a second. You know, they could be checklists, worksheets, coloring sheets. That's what we have showing here. There's lots of different kinds of printables, but that's what we're talking about specifically here. And we make tons of them, as you know, and ways to incorporate those into your marketing strategy is optimizing these pages for problem-solving keyword phrases, right? So the content, they get to download it, but you make a landing page, right? And you make a landing page maybe for, there's the B is for brother coloring page. So you could make a page that says, you know, free alphabet coloring page for children, because we're talking about generating traffic right now. or the checklist that gets people to create better healthy habits. You can have a healthy habits checklist. You could get more specific and customize it to your niche, and then optimize the page where they download it from for that. You can make them opt in, so you get their email address, and you probably want to mix it up a little bit. Sometimes you want to just let them grab it and go, because it's building your traffic, right? If you're doing it without an opt-in, that page may become more popular, and it helps you gain favor in search engines and elsewhere where people are sharing you more readily. But you do also want, even if you don't make them opt in for that file on that page, put something that else they could opt in for. And include a product promotion for a product or other offer. Again, we're always having this call to action, or at least mentioning our products in some way. So here's an idea for ChatGPT to help you with your free coloring landing page, right? So I said I have a printable kids coloring page that says "Be kind." It has a picture of a bee and a flower. I'm going to give it away for free on my website. Could you write a description? And it has those weird emojis again. But maybe you like emojis, so you can use them, you can take them out, but it gets you going, and it gets you some content you could put on that landing page. Then you do your keyword research, and you optimize it, and you build that traffic. And when you have a library of coloring pages or these printables, you can make lots of these pages which are drawing people into your website. So let's just stop, and we are probably preaching to the choir for some people here who love printables, but let's think about why printables are such high value win-win content. And that's a win for you and a win for the people who get these printables from you. It's because it's actionable, and it helps clients get better results. They are tools. They are not just information, right? It has a higher perceived value, so more people would opt in to get it. And when you're selling a course and you incorporate really useful printables, not just adding fluff, you can sell that course at a higher price. You also get more satisfied clients, testimonials, and word of mouth, because it's action oriented, right? So they're actually able to put what you teach them into practice. So they are going to be more successful, and they're going to talk about you. And for a lot of our attendees, I know that probably printables are your business, right? You sell printables. And for others, if you're coaches or information product seller or an affiliate marketer, whatever you happen to do, it's definitely something to incorporate into what you're doing. All right, so traffic is done. And I saw Erwin, actually. I hope I answered your question, because earlier we did talk about ChatGPT, and earlier about the question that Erwin had is PLR still relevant in this AI era? And as we're trying to put together for you, it shows you the power of using them together and still saving time, because ChatGPT still requires that you come up with those tables of contents, or put the ideas together, and then you're still formatting and all that stuff. So I hope those examples were kind of good ways of thinking of how to do it. All right, I'm going to keep moving forward. I know that other people were asking questions, but I'm ready to go and keep going. But we're at the end, if we don't answer your question, please bring it up again. We're absolutely happy to help you. So now we're going to talk about list building. So as we mentioned, right, it's important. It's commercial. It's a commercial. It's okay. I'm
a little bit ahead. I'm sorry.
I know you're excited about this.
I am.
Yeah.
Very.
We talked about list building, right? So, and as I mentioned before, it's commercial. It's more commercial. People expect to be sold out to, and it can be filled. Your emails can get filtered, right? Because that happens, that spam filters will filter you, but it's much more reliable than social media. And someone actually, and I don't see it on the screen anymore, made an interesting comment about how they didn't get, we may have emailed them, but it's the text message that got them here. And you should be exploring, that's a list too, right? we are building our text message list. Text messages are, you have to be more sparing with them. I think they can be commercial. We don't use it. We just use it to tell you about these classes. But you probably have signed up for text messages for other products for sale. That's their list, right? But you do have to be careful with the, the volume of text messages, more than you would have to with email and things like that. But it's another list for sure. So let's talk about different kinds of content, and the kind of content we make for you and you probably make yourself, and it's reports. Reports are very popular, right? You can give them away, and if you're growing your list, you give them away in return for an opt-in. You could do that by text message as well. Ways to incorporate that into your marketing strategy is to make sure your free opt-in reports lead the reader to a related product that will help them get even better results. Now, if you don't have a product to recommend, don't worry about that. Start growing that list anyway. You could also promote products of other people in return for a commission as an affiliate. Lots of options. But if you have the relevant product, then try to match that report with it. And in the meantime, grow that list so that you have a list of people to sell products to. Include promotions inside the report on the thank you page right after they sign up, right? That is a prime place to make an offer for people. They've already said yes to you once, right? I do want this report. You let them download it and you offer them something else that will give them even more value. And obviously in the email follow-up, following up by email is really important, right? Because it doesn't always happen on the first time. Yes, a good chunk of people will say yes on the thank you page, but following up will get even more people. And as we talked about, sharing this content with affiliates. In this case, I suggest giving a link to your opt-in offer so they can bring you new subscribers and customers. Sometimes you might actually let them take the PDF that you've branded with their affiliate link so they could share it, and then it's perfect for those affiliates who love sharing free content, and that makes their audience happy and it benefits both of you. So here's an idea for getting ChatGPT helping you with content monetization ideas, right? And I didn't put the question that I asked it for some reason in this screenshot. So let me just, if you give me a second, I'm going to look at it and I'll try to remember what I asked it. Promoting compliment. So I think I probably told them I have this report on managing your time better for daily routines, and then I just asked, actually it was a very simple question in this case, and you can get more specific depending on what your more targeted niche is. But I asked it what could I promote, and obviously it's not going to tell me very specific products, but it's going to give me some types of products that I could look for and monetize my content. They gave me 10 ideas. That doesn't mean I need to use all of them or any of them, but it's it really gets you thinking and oh, I could look at some apps. I could look at some subscription services, which would give me probably a recurring commission, right? If it's a subscription and they're paying each month, then you're likely to get ongoing commissions. All right, and how about some checklists, right? That could be a free gift for opt-in. It could be bundled up with a report or other content to grow your list, or you can make a little bundle of checklists and have them opt in for that. Ways to incorporate it into your marketing strategy is once they grab the checklist, offer a course they can purchase to make best use of the checklists, or other tools that you have that they could purchase. Include a relevant product promotion in the footer of your checklist. You can make that clickable. If they're looking at it on their computer, they can click. You can even put a little introduction that has that link. Give them 1 or 2 checklists, but offer them a super high value checklist bundle for purchase. Now, don't think that you can just give out checklists on anything and then they're gonna obviously want to buy this big one. Make sure it's valuable. For example, if you teach people to organize their home and you give them a couple checklists that remind them all the different parts, you know, organize that like different parts of their home to organize, like the kitchen, garage, whatever, and you give them a sort of a starter checklist for that. But then you have this huge package that, you know, could become a big binder at home where they keep track of all the maintenance they're supposed to do in their home, or, you know, making sure they have all the items in their pantry that they need, those kinds of things that you can do. And then we got worksheets, that, you know, similar ideas to worksheets, you know, use on their own or bundle it with reports, checklists, and more. Ways to incorporate it into your marketing strategy is give the worksheet for free when they attend your webinar, you know, to promote your high ticket product. So if you have a webinar that you're going to hold, they can, by attending free, they get this download. We're doing something similar too. We're going to give you a free, it's not a checklist, but it's kind of like a it is a worksheet actually. But it's in spreadsheet format. And it was the way we said that you should come here. We're going to give you something valuable. Come and join us live. And also to get the great information, of course. But you can also run a class on how to complete the worksheet and make the most of it. So really, like if you're not even sure what to cover in a class, you can dig into your worksheets on different topics and they can become the class. And many of you will know, like if you attended the class, and then I've also spoken about creating a class. I made a workbook and then I created a whole class out of it. So I didn't do the class outline or anything. I filled out the workbook and then talked about it with my customers and gave them ideas on how to use it. It became the course, right? So they could download it free and see it, but then they had to, you know, join the class. You can combine it with a free consultation offer if that's part of what you do, if you're a coach or something like that. ChatGPT can help you come up with class ideas. I asked it, I have a worksheet that teaches people to get over procrastination. I want to run a class from the worksheet for my students who procrastinate in getting their finances in order and making plans for retirement. Could you suggest some topics I can cover in this class? So you could just go through a worksheet or workbooks and make that your class. But if you want to make it something bigger, then they come up with more ideas for you that you can incorporate as you go. All right, and journal pages. Everybody, I know our customers love journals. It's like our most popular type of private label rights content. And they get, when you're talking about building your list and then eventually turning them into customers, journal pages, individual pages or the whole journal, get your readers thinking and committing to their next step. So ways you can incorporate that into your marketing strategy is a journal page, they're thinking about it. They're thinking and committing to new goals. And you can like slyly incorporate that one of their goals might be to sign up for your full training program, and you can outline how that can happen, right? You can offer an upgrade if you're giving out pages. You can offer an upgrade for a complete journal that they can purchase. And if you're giving away these free, make sure you're adding your branding and your product promotions. And you can add your branding obviously to any ones you sell as well, but definitely when you're giving them away for free. So we talked about, actually in the example before we started, all these little details I said, like, you know, coming up with journal prompts. And we've done that, I think, on some of our training before using ChatGPT to help do that. In this case, I was trying to get client producing journal prompts. So not just prompts that are good, but things that will help not only get them thinking, but also wanting to work with you. So I said, I'm a coach that helps people embrace the law of attraction. I'm not actually, but just to be clear. I also have some free journal pages I'd like to give to potential clients. What writing prompts would you suggest I include on the journal pages to get my potential clients thinking about what they want to achieve and consider hiring me at the same time? Now, I don't think ChatGPT is totally perfect in getting how I really want to connect it, but the suggestions are good, and it does tie into it. And it gives me this little tip at the end, you know, remember, remember to include a brief introduction on each journal page explaining how the law of attraction works and how your coaching services can help manifest their desires more effectively. And then it had all these different, prompts and topics and things like that that could tie into that. And coloring pages. We make a lot of these, and if you have been a customer of ours for a while, you probably have a big library of them. And if you aren't using them, this might actually give you some ideas for it, because you don't have to sell coloring books. You can, and it's a great business to be in. But there's a lot of different ways to use them. Coloring pages are therapeutic, right? They help people get creative, and kids and adults both love to color. So it's just a fun way to spread your message and incorporate things like that. And ways to incorporate them into your marketing strategy is, give a few sheets in return for an opt-in. They can upgrade to a full coloring book, or if you're not selling coloring books, you might have worksheets or things like that, or some other type of content that would be related. You could bundle it in your actual opt-in offer. Bundle a coloring page and a journal page together. And then maybe you have an a larger journal that also incorporates coloring into it, like a coloring journal. There's lots of those kinds of products out there. It's probably been over a year. Yeah, it's definitely been over a year. We also had an interview with Lady Raven of Color Monthly, and she gave us some ideas because Yusef and I are not colors. Do you color, Yusef?
Sometimes, but it's been a while.
A coloring page?
Coloring page, it's been
yeah.
a while. It's been a minute.
You doodle and then I think color it sometimes. But she talked about hosting coloring parties, and she says these are super popular things. People who love to color with others, and they go live and they make it an event, right? And it's about that connection, right? About connecting people, because once they know you and like you, they're gonna wanna pick up stuff that you have for sale. She also, talked about making a time-lapse video of a page being colored. People like watching stuff like that, and it connects people to your designs too, right? So they're watching this video, but it's also they see how pretty it is, and they can think about how they would use it, and that will give them some ideas. All right, so let's also grow our list by making a webinar. Now we don't sell specific webinar scripts, but what we do is we have reports and articles that can become a script. We would go through it and edit it, maybe add the examples like we talked about before. But ways to incorporate this into your marketing strategy is it's super easy to build a nice size list with a free informative webinar or class. Call it a class, call it an event, call it whatever you want. But when you make something out of it, it's easy to get a lot of people. Like, for example, we had over 1,000 people sign up to be here. We were growing our list at the same time. Obviously, a lot of you were already on the list before. So, but it's just something we do on an ongoing basis to bring in new people, to connect with them, and to share our products with. Which is the next one. A webinar is a great place to promote your related products. And then once the webinar is done, you turn it into a recording. So you have more ways to get people on your list. Have them opt in for the full recording, and you could share clips on YouTube that leads them to your opt-in page where they get that evergreen recording. It's definitely worth doing, and if you're nervous about talking, that also comes, or being on video or anything like that, that also comes with practice.
Yeah, you get better and better.
Yes, all of us, right? Yeah. It's only taken 20 years, but I feel sort of comfortable.
You probably have noticed, like at the beginning when we started doing this stuff, we were kind of like a little bit shy. We're still a little bit, but I guess we're getting a little bit better. I give most of the stuff for Alice, like the presentation, because I'm still working on that.
Yes, you can get a partner for your webinar also, which is another great idea too. You can bring in like somebody who is a subject matter expert, and they can deliver the webinar, right? And you just set it up. If you want to be the behind the scenes guy, like Yusef is both. He speaks and is the behind the scenes guy, because the technology, I speak
1/3 of the time, and I set up everything.
Yeah. So how, like, that's the growing your list, some ideas to help you with that. And if any questions on this section, we're going to talk about creating products next, or we can go back to. Donna actually asks, do you recommend sending opt-ins back to email for the link of the freebie and additional offer? Oh, that's a great question. And it's, you know, a lot of people do it differently, and a lot of, but no, I don't, because like, why make it hard for them? We always put it at the top. If you've opted in from anything from us where you're going to download it, you'll see it. We always put it at the top where you can download it, and we'll say, hey, wait a second, wait, before you go, we also have this, right? Don't make it uncomfortable or difficult, because they could go check their email and they can't find it. It does get into spam sometimes, right? So yeah, just give them what you promised them, because when you deliver on your promise, they are more likely to say yes to the next thing. So don't hide. I would not hide it either. All right, let's talk about creating products. So I do hope, you know, what we're sharing is showing you how you're spreading your message, but you're also, you know, sharing your product. When you're sharing that free awesome content, you're always talking about your products, and you're following up by email, and your products are always part of your message. So this is important to kind of have all three parts together, because when you're helping people solve problems, they're coming to you for that. You know, for you not to tell them about your products that can actually help them is a disservice, and you should be ashamed of yourself if you don't tell them. You know, when it's your friends, it's supernatural, right? If you have a friend who has a problem and you knew of some product that would help them, you would just tell them. So just tell them. And in this case, sometimes it feels a bit weird because you don't know them, they're not your friend, it's our own product, right? And we have strange feelings about selling, but it comes with practice. You don't have to do a hard sell. You can just start by, you know, getting comfortable with it, but saying, like, in my course, I talk about this, and then just keep talking about what you're talking about. You don't have to say you should go buy it and this is why. Just make sure they know the names of the products or the types of products you have, so that, you know, they can also open that conversation with you when you're not doing those hard sells. So for, you know, creating products from PLR, you know, you can create ebooks. That's easy peasy product creation. You can take a PLR report or ebook and make it your product. Let's talk about how to incorporate that into your marketing strategy. And, you know, when you are creating, even when you're doing the opt-in offer, a report is an opt-in offer, but when you're actually creating a ebook for sale, also add a personal introduction and a conclusion from you, you know, based on your experiences, maybe the experiences of your customers, add examples and things like that, right? Like, just make it your own. The body of the content can be the same. It doesn't have to be changed, but you could go through it, add examples again, or stories and things like that. But when you frame it in what you want them to get out of it, and they trust you and know you, they're going to listen to you. Keep your funnel in mind, right? So we're talking traffic, then grow your list and sell your product. So you're also going to be sharing other content that's related to your product. So if you have this self-discipline product, for example, you're going to create articles to build traffic, and you share other content. You're going to lead those people into an opt-in page where they get something maybe about self-discipline that gets them on your list. You can also, you know, bundle things, that create a bundle of ebooks, or create an ebook series from content, these, you know, reports and things. I think we have a great question about affiliates, so we can talk about that one a little bit later if you want to bring it up again. So short reports can become larger ebooks, full ebooks, or complete courses for sale. Just ask ChatGPT for some help. So I have a generic report on mastering self-discipline, and I would like to adapt to my niche, helping people make healthier eating choices. The report has a section on removing temptations. What would you suggest I add to this section of the report, right? So it gave me 10 ideas of being more self-disciplined as related to the specific topic of, healthy eating. And you can go through those, use the ones you like. You could also ask it for more examples of each. It can help you really flesh that out. But you have the shell of the product, the ebook and things ready to go for you. And then you can create courses, which, you can bundle up a variety of content. This is a journal planner, some worksheets, some things like that. You can create recordings from it, like we talked about, just like the webinar, right? You can create a whole course just by, using written PLR content as your script, maybe expanding it with ChatGPT or with your own brain, however you want to do it. You can add printables. And ways to incorporate this into your product strategy is, release excerpts from your course. Like, so you put this all together so you can send excerpts of your course to generate traffic. You're going to have snippets from the reports, a page from the journal, or things like that, right? They can opt-in offer with the worksheets and then invite them to take the course to make the most of the offer. And the more tools you incorporate into your course, which is why we keep talking about printables, the more it's going to be easier for them to take action. And also just the different formats, if they can read, watch, listen, write, right? So it's okay if you don't let it be a barrier to you. If you don't want to do video, you don't want to do audio, you're not ready, but you can still have them reading, you can still have them writing, and these are more ways for them to learn to get the success or solve the problem that they need. And that, that creates better things for your business, testimonials, satisfied customers, repeat customers, and so forth. All right. And journals. These are products in themselves and can be added to courses. Obviously, you can do them in digital format where they print themselves, or you can have them printed and shipped to the customer. Ways to incorporate this into the marketing strategy is you can start an Etsy shop to showcase your printables, right? So Etsy can be a lead generator for you as well, where they sign up, they buy this printable, but maybe you also have a coaching program or course that also incorporates that. You get that customer off Etsy and signed up into your higher ticket product, and also they end up on your list that way instead of just Etsy's list. You can use a done for you journal to create a course that solves a problem for your customers. You can work through the prompts together, right? Share how you fill in your journal pages to educate your audience and make a more personal connection. So like there's a certain prompt that would help them a lot. You could share, fill it out yourself, show them that, and then they get to know you better, right? It creates that connection. They can see you as someone, who's wise and you are wise, right? And also it shows them how to use your product, which is really important and something that we do a lot, and we're going to talk about actually a little bit later still. You can ask ChatGPT to help you come up with more writing prompts, right? You can also, one little tip too is you can ask specify how long you want the prompts to be, right? So some journals have really long prompts, right, to get you really thinking and very specific. Some are very short, or maybe just a quote or like just a saying or something to get people kind of more free writing, right? You could tell it what you want. You could tell it what your specific topic is or what the goal is that you want, and it can help you come up with that stuff. Then planners, right? Again, that's similar to journals. They're products in themselves. They can be added to courses. They can be digital, or you can print them out, and ways to incorporate in your strategy or similar, right? You can have that Etsy shop. You can use the done for you planner to help your customers achieve a goal. We actually have a planner that in the package we put together for you, and I hope you'll stay there because it's going to be definitely worth learning about. We have a planner in there, a very useful, not just fluff, planner, very useful to help you achieve a goal. You could share how effectively to use the planner to educate your audience and make a more personal connection, right? Same thing as before, you know, show them how to fill it out. And then when you show them how to fill it out, it becomes a marketing tool and a loyal audience building tool. So as a product, back to coloring pages, you know, pick a theme and roll with it. Digital, you could do digital coloring page packs or printed books. Ways to incorporate these types of products into your marketing strategy is you could create a coloring membership with new pages each month. You can have coloring parties and other events. You can provide your branded coloring pages to organizations who you could use them in volume, you know, things like restaurants, churches, teachers, and more. And you brand them so they know where maybe parents or other people will know where to get more like it. And it also creates goodwill in your community, which can come in handy in a lot of different ways as a local business. Send printed coloring books to your best clients and customers as a gift. Right? You can also add the pages into other types of products like we talked about, like you'll see a lot of journals that incorporate coloring elements or coloring pages. You can do that as well. Then we have print-on-demand products, right? So we can create print-on-demand products from a lot of those graphics we talked about earlier. You can create merchandise for sale, gifts for clients, event swag, and more. Like a lot of people think event swag, like when they give away free stuff, they think of like their t-shirt with their company logo on it. But unless you have like super passionate fans and a household name, no one's going to care about your t-shirt with your logo on it. I mean, you can add it onto, you know, your design, but, you know, having some of these fun, more designs are make even better swag. It could have, you know, some print, is it Printful that has the tag? You can customize the tags and stuff like that. Even, the inside tag.
Yeah, even print file.
Yeah. So there's lots of different ways to do that. Much more exciting than those boring old logo things. So you can create t-shirts, mugs, phone cases, wall art, and it can all be print on demand. And if you're not familiar with that, that is working with companies like Printify, Printful, so many, Gelato, there's tons of them. You can actually join our Facebook group anytime also and ask people's recommendations. They're always full of good ideas. And if you're, as I said, if you're not familiar with it, what it means is that you can create products like these that you see on the screen, and you don't have to pay upfront costs, right? They print it and send it out directly to your customer as you sell them. You can also mail them to, you know, people who join your high ticket coaching programs or a course or, you know, any product where it's worthwhile to spend that money, because like how awesome is that? You know, someone spent a lot of money with you and they get something in their hands in the mail. It's cool. They're going to wear it. They're going to use it. They're going to drink their coffee out of it every day, and they're going to think about you. And now let's look at card decks. Now, we've made a lot of these in the past, so I know a lot of our customers, our PLR customers, will know them, but it's really just kind of these often, I mean, there can be a variety of different types of card decks that it looks like a playing card deck, but it's often inspirational sayings. There's other ones that are like, you know, more about, that are more in depth and help you do different things. I mean, they could be flashcards too, like all kinds of things, educational type ones. But they are, you know, popular and inspirational products that are sold in printable format or digital format, but they also can be printed and shipped to your customer. And if you have any of our card decks, you know we include instructions on how to get them printed. They have a saying on one side and a lovely back side that can be changed, because we offer the editable format for you to be able to do that. So ways to incorporate these into your marketing strategy does not mean you need to sell card decks, but you can add them like as a solo product. You can add them to your courses or coaching programs to help reiterate some of the lessons, right? So these are all the sayings on them are also you can change them to whatever you'd like, so it can be even more customized, more to your program. You can use the individual card images or writing prompts for your blog. That's a great way to do it. You know, you put the picture up and you create a post from it. Remember saying why you're sharing this. Why is it important to you? Creating that connection and letting people understand what you're all about. And then if you do sell the card deck as a solo product, link to your card deck for sale where they can pick up more of those cards. You could also, you know, print a version with your business contact on the other side instead of the back side, right? It becomes a business card. So think about it, like you give out, if you do give out business cards, and not everybody does anymore, but lots of people still do. Like if they get a card that has something on it that means something to them, they're going to keep it. They're more likely to keep it, and when they flip it over, they're going to see it, or maybe you want to put it on the same side, however you want to do it. It just makes it a little bit more personal and likely that they'll hang on to it. Woo! I hope you guys are fine, like no matter what kind of content you're publishing, I hope that like when you hear a lot of these ideas, they trigger something in you like that would work for your audience, or something even that you already have on hand that you'll be able to implement these. So we also make a lot of newsletters, these printable newsletters, right? And they're on a certain topic. They have space for the letter from the editor. There's space for product promotions and things like that. They could be something you offer for free as a high value newsletter subscription, or you can print and ship it and make it a paid subscription. Now, there might even still be some people here that were on this very similar presentation. It's been updated though. Last year with David Perdue of NAMS, maybe I wasn't supposed, yeah, that he told me, yes, I can tell you because he said it out loud. He said that he had a lot of our newsletters and he actually created a subscription product for it. They just customized it and send it out, and it was a paid, printed, shipped product that they used. You can add, the newsletters are also customizable. You can add your own best content to it, but also remember to include your product promotions so your customers know where they can get more helpful stuff. You can also use this as an opportunity to create relationships with others in your niche and have them contribute content. Maybe they have some articles. You can feature them, or you could feature your affiliates, and when their content is featured in your newsletter, they are more likely to share the word about your newsletter. Feature your customer stories, get your customers involved and your community involved, their photos and results, building a sense of community in that newsletter. And let's talk about, we've got a couple more ideas for product creation, and then the natural thing to do here is product bundles, right? Putting a lot of that stuff that you've been making. So you might start out with individual products, but over time you build this huge library and you have this opportunity to create bundles, which can increase your conversion and make you more per sale because you're putting them together, right? So your customers can buy an individual product or show them how they can get more value with the bundle. And you get more on each sale, right? And they're more likely to say yes. So yes, if they bought each other item separately, it would be more money, but this encourages that, that impulse buy, and they get a lot of value, and they're going to come back to you for more. Especially priced bundles are great, again, for getting your affiliates on board. Someone was asking about how do you get your affiliates to promote. Now, if you're selling, single journals or, little products for 10 bucks or something like that, that is a little like digital ones. I would think a printed journal would generally be more expensive, but it's harder to get affiliates to promote that, because in the case of a digital product, the commission you offer them is probably around 50% or something like that. And that's not a lot of money for them, right? So when you create these bundles, that is an opportunity to create a big product launch, get more affiliates interested, because they're also going to earn more per sale, and you can offer the price for a limited time, run a sales contest, and really make kind of an event out of it with your affiliates and your customers as well. Then there are product bonuses, super easy to do and obviously for your own products. And you don't want to just slap up any like a bonus, say I also have this journal for you, but like relate it to your product, make it super useful, maybe edit some of the prompts so it really relates to what you're doing, but not just for your own products, other people's products. So grow your list by asking other product sellers if they'd like to add your whatever content you have as a bonus, right? So then that they put it on their page and then the person goes and they sign up to get it from your website. So you're growing your list, they're offering extra great content, you're getting a new lead. Also, like, you know, when you launch a product, you can add bonuses, but now if this is what like I think everybody could do right now, if you already have a product, go back and take some PLR, have it fit your message and put it on some of your existing products, and now you have a reason to go and promote again. So they have a new reason to sign up, and also give it to your customers. If you're offering it as a bonus on a product, give it to your customers who had it in that, especially when it's a digital product. If it's stuff that requires your time and other things, you may not want to do it that way. But when you give them these extra downloads later on, it creates, a lot of goodwill with those extra customers. All right, so how are we doing? Has this been useful? Do you guys have lots of ideas? I'm thinking so, and I'm going to give you guys a second to answer because I know there is a delay. Awesome. This has been, Lillian says this has been super helpful. Thank you so much. Mimosas, mantras, and money collaboration. I love this. All right. Yes. Yes, I'm finding it. Very motivational ideas popping into my head as you speak. Awesome. That's what we want, right? Like, this is so much stuff, right? Like, you don't have to do it all, but it's like, listen to it from the frame of what your business is all about and how you can get it and make it fit there. So here's what I think is the key mindset strategy to make this work, right? Giving out all this free content, growing that list. And if you're a customer of ours, you know we do this and we give away tons of content. And actually, pretty much everything we've said to you today is stuff that we do. You can see us doing it. You can see us doing it right now, like even in this whole presentation, right? Never be afraid you're giving out too much content. You just have to be strategic about it. Giving out tons of content helps you build your traffic, grow your list, creates goodwill, and pre-sells your products. I just showed you all that, right? So here's an approach to take, and especially if you worry that you're giving out too much, and maybe sometimes you can make that mistake, but let's give you the way to avoid making it a mistake. So number one is give the solution to a problem with your free content and then sell them the tools that will make it easier, faster, and better, right? So you can give out all the advice you want. If you have printables that make it easy to implement, you are selling tools. So, like if a lot of people talk about, the ultimate, most popular or a very profitable online business to have is creating software, right? Because it's an ultimate product to sell, like where you could talk about everything, but the tool makes it super easier. It makes it super easier. I don't think that's correct. It makes it much easier to implement what they want to do. But developing software takes a lot of money, a lot of time, and like overtime maintenance. So I always think of Printables having as the benefit of having a software business, but you don't have that maintenance. It's not hard to put together, right? Because it leaves you free to help people as much as they need, and then they grab the tools. The second thing is give them lots of ideas and examples for using your product. An educated audience is a buying audience. You saw us just do that, right? This whole presentation was pretty much showing you our products and how to use them. But also you'll notice that it was useful whether you buy our product or not. We think you should buy our product, and many of you do, and many of you will, and some of you maybe you won't. I don't know what's wrong with you. No, I'm totally kidding, of course, because that's the thing, is we want to be useful to you every day, regardless of whether you make a purchase or not, because you may make a purchase later. So always educate and give those ideas. So now that we've filled you up with all those ideas, we do want to show you a done-for-you package that is going to make it easy for you to implement all this. And it is going to include a lot of content, right? But remember, we're talking about having a content library that you can draw on to fit into your message. Like, you shouldn't, I know a lot of people feel bad about having a lot of PLR on your hard drive, and we said you're going to get PLR off your hard drive, and you are. It's okay if you don't get it all off your hard drive. This is time and money saving stuff that you have this library to draw on as you need. So with that in mind, we're going to give you a year's worth of content to help you save that time and money while building traffic, growing a list, having awesome products for sale. The content is totally done for you, but we're also including a bunch of fill in the blanks templates in case you want to quickly and easily put together your own original content, or content that you help with AI tools as well. Remember, we're talking about ChatGPT. You can't just take a screenshot of what ChatGPT told you and say, here, customers, this is it. Gives you kind of like a framework for that. Because in our opinion, based on over 2 decades of experience, a smart marketing strategy includes both, right? Creating your own content and also using done-for-you content and implementing it. And often you're doing it all at the same time, because that's how you really get clear about your message. Everything already fits into, everything you choose to share fits into what you want to accomplish. You're not going to worry if you don't use every single piece of content. You're thinking, this is my business, this is what I do that's special for people, and then you fit the content into that. So here's a quick look at everything, and you guys are going to be like, wow, this is amazing. And you'll remember that I said I create chaos, and Yusef, make sure I don't get too far out of hand, and that we can stay in business for you. So, but we both agreed to put together something amazing, including not just content. So even if you think, I don't need more content, or I don't need these topics or something like that, a lot of personalized help for you to implement your own unique content marketing plan. And it's something that honestly we don't usually do. So let's give it a quick run through. There is 12 months worth of done-for-you content. It's a lot of personal development content, inspirational stuff, family and health, and some holidays. It's a really nice rounded selection. You get 12 reports, and they all come with the e-cover sets where you can add your branding, you can change the text and the title, you can change the images, whatever you want, to just do those subtle changes. And next month, actually, we are planning to do a little party, live party, like sort of like what we're doing right now, but actually talk about customization. So definitely stay tuned for that. 50 articles, 12 printable newsletters, 50 the posters, those sayings, graphics, 50 coloring pages, 12 journals, 12 with cover sets, 12 planners with the cover sets as well, and 12 worksheets, 12 checklists. And if you're wondering what the specific topics are, we're not going to do that here. That would take too long. But when we share the offer page, that it shows you everything we put together for you, then you will find it there. So like as a value, this, you know, it is a PLR value. If you were to go pick these up separately, it would at least be $497. And make it yourself, obviously, thousands of dollars more, tens of thousands. And we have tons of templates, right, to help you create content from scratch to strengthen your message, as I mentioned. So there are the content monetization templates. So there is a insider strategy guide that shows you, how to put the templates to work, and also gives you ideas on, more content marketing strategies. There are, 5 professionally designed template sets, so they look in a different way. And there are also ones that are quite blank if you want to just work your own magic, or just use the formatting, because there's lots of space and guidance to include promotions. So it's not that, they look nice. They look pretty nice, I think, but it's the strategy behind it, right? It guides you on where to put that stuff. So there's report and ebook templates, how-to article templates, tips lists, checklist templates, worksheet templates, slideshow templates, and then again the raw content templates that don't have any of the formatting, the colors and things like that, so you can just run with those and do your own if you want. We also have blank printables templates, right? And we are going to post the link to the offer soon, but I just want to give you a good overview of what's included. And this has 3 fully editable PowerPoint printable template designs in three designs, right? And then there's also in doc format, and each set includes a journal, planner, worksheets, to-do lists, and checklists. There are some cover graphics. There are templates, but also examples of cover graphics, which you can use if you want, or you can use them as inspiration. Plus, there's some instructional guides that show you how to create a journal for sale, a journal creation checklist, and how to create a planner for sale, planner creation checklist, and how to create worksheets, checklists, to-do lists, and I think I said that wrong. Worksheets, to-do lists, and checklists for sale. I'm hot. I feel actually a little bit lightheaded, but I think I'm okay. Maybe I'll grab a sip of water. So, and then we also have the creating a high converting free offer templates, which I think you'll really like as well, because we did talk about putting people through a funnel. And some of these funnels are a little more complex, right? It actually breaks down those parts. We kept it simple in this presentation, but this shows you how to take people through different ways. So maybe you have a free opt-in offer template where they download something for free, or a free consultation offer, or the free webinar offer. Also, there's the it gives you the fill in the blanks text that you can use for these sign up pages. Free paid with shipping offer, right? That's a popular way to get people paying customers on your list. They go grab your journal or your book with free shipping, and that funnel is explained to you in there. There's the fill in the blanks templates, and it also includes examples to make it easier to understand. And of course, you're going to be able to ask us questions about any of this. We also have the printable newsletter templates, which all the template packages, we've sold them for $47 each. And that's the value of each of those packages as well, to keep in mind that you can go, they are available separately, but this gives you a better deal. Printable newsletter templates. Remember our customer who created a whole product from the actual done for you newsletters? He didn't use these templates, but if you want to do something more unique, you can put your newsletters, you can fit your content into here. You can use PLR, add your articles in here, add graphics, all that stuff. It comes in Word and PDF format. There's also HTML newsletter templates, so you could just put the HTML in, and you can also do plain newsletters as well. But it also includes lots of space for promotion. It prompts you how to do that kind of stuff. And if you don't know how to sell, or think you don't know how to sell, because you do. You just have to be natural. You just have to, learn to have this conversation, help people. Another $47 value is we have the sales page template, thank you page template. These are just text though, right? There's things that you can incorporate. So it doesn't matter if you use WordPress, you use Shopify, you use Etsy, whatever it is, it gives you kind of the copy paste phrasing. It also includes lots of swipe files for you so that you can be using good, great headlines and coming up with a great offer as well. So also we have our personal branding templates. They will help you find that why, what we talk about, and that message, right? This is where you're going to break it down and really think about it. And also we have the opportunity for you to work with us and where we can help you with these like the specifics of this. There is the create your vision, purpose, and values questionnaire, how to meet your tribe worksheet, your ideal customer profile worksheet, which here's an important thing to keep in mind is when you are creating a product and you're building your audience, what a lot of people end up doing is they end up, if you want to offer like a higher ticket coaching or something like that, they end up targeting people who aren't a good fit for that. You want to make sure your ideal customer is someone who can afford you, right? And this is going to help you work through all of that. There are online tools for personal branding, steps to create personal branding online. And we have one more template package for you, and it's our course creation templates, also a $47 value. And again, if you don't have to use everything in this, it's all there for you when you need it. And if you need some guidance on how to fit it into your own unique, message and marketing plan, that's what we're going to cover next. We're going to help you with that. So there's, the presentation templates, ebook templates, worksheets and worksheet templates, and 3 checklist templates, and an insider's guide also for this, so that you can put together a great course for your customers. So now about that bit more personalized help offer, so you can create your own stellar marketing plan. So we have this intensive content results training program that I did a little while ago, right? And we're going to put this into give you full access to all the materials. It's going to help you create and stay on track with your content marketing plan designed to get the results you want. And that's a $297 value, and I'll tell you why. It's because the program teaches you how to use up all the awesome PLR you've been collecting on your hard drive. Don't feel bad about having that library. I'm telling you that when you have it, and there are tips in this how to organize it and to draw on it as you need it. It also shows you how to have a team regularly publishing content for you, even for free. Because you're going to be customizing it, and there's the publishing. There's lots of moving parts, right? And you want to be publishing lots of content to grow that list, to get the traffic, and we're going to kind of put that together for you. Get more subscribers and sales while you're building your loyal fan base. Get more word of mouth for your business without even asking. And establish your expertise as a go-to resource in your niche. And you're going to have your audience excited to buy your products instead of feeling like you enforce them, much like we're talking about here. We're saying it's a conversation you're having with your audience, and you're going to learn more deeply on how to do that. You can get feedback on stuff you put together to achieve that goal. We will also help you implement your plan and start getting results in the next 30 days. And we're going to more on that in a second, as well as promise. But let's just quickly break down the lessons and the extra help that we're giving you to give you more structure and motivation to build on what you learned today. And that's the lessons include planning your content with results in mind. And then lesson 2 is getting it done and building your team, even for free. And then we're going to move on to publishing and getting results. And the tools include with complete training on how to use them. That it's fully explained to you. It's not just thrown in there, and it's not just fluff. It is, and we don't just throw printables in there to make it look good. It's really highly usable stuff that is going to help you go from all these ideas you have to implementing them. So it's a monthly strategic content marketing plan workbook. And we promised you that for free, that you could download that part. We're gonna show you that in a few moments. And daily content results planner, and the weekly content marketers results journal that is going to help you kind of do a weekly review and make sure that you're on the right track, because we get into this mode where we're just publishing and we're not really paying attention to what's working and what's not. And we do these things because we think we need to develop a habit, but we also need to reflect and figure out what's working. And normally you do just go and download, and you can go, and if you sign up, you go instantly inside. You can listen to the lessons, you can download everything instantly, but we are going to actually have live study sessions of this next week. So we'll get together with you. You'll be able to, we'll watch the lessons together, and you'll be able to ask questions and get help. So really you can go at your own pace, or you can join us in the live study groups. And those study groups are going to have a value of $297 value, because we're going to be there with you, helping you and coaching you through the process. And here's the thing, I posted this in the Facebook group, and a lot of you said you were excited about this, and it's the 30-day Use Your PLR challenge. So if your head is exploding, don't worry, because this is going to help you come up with the plan. The course is going to help you come up with the plan. In the live study sessions, we're going to help you come up with the plan, and then we're going to help you break it down into 30 days. This is our first ever, and Yusef said maybe only 30-day Use Your PLR challenge, is because it does take a lot of our time, and we are investing this time. We're going to work with you directly. You can ask us anything, and like it's something that we don't do privately very often. So it might be the only time. We'll see how it goes, but if you want to be part of it now, you definitely want to be part of it this time. So it'll help you use the intensive content results course effectively. You'll get an invitation to our private server. You can do it via a mobile app. You can do it on your computer, and you'll get daily guidance, and you'll also be able to contact us directly. The challenge of this officially starts on August 28th, but you get access to the server immediately, and you can ask questions anytime while you're going through those course materials. And again, you can also go at your own pace as needed. If you are a little slow and you are coming back to day 2 on day 5, we don't care. Just keep working through it, and we'll be there for you. And as I promised, you will be able to download the monthly content planner for free, which is part of the course I just talked about. And I'm going to give you the link to that in a second, as I just want to show you a few more awesome things. But it's a spreadsheet that you'll see when you first open it, and you might not know what it's all about. Open up those tabs. There's a tab that says instructions, and it's going to tell you what to do, and it's going to help you organize your content on a monthly basis. But it's not just instructions. In the little screenshot, it's hard to see, but that long little screenshot is lots of ideas for your content. It's a super useful download. You're going to like it. And of course, if you grab the entire package that we're offering, you'll get the training that I mentioned, that it's going to give you even more guidance on it. So our goal is to make it easy for you to create an effective marketing plan that fits in with your message, right? And is going to be promoting your products, being extremely helpful, whether your customers buy from you that day or not. And I hope that's really clear in all we've shared in this in this package, right? That's what we really want for you. We've invested in the team to create all of this, so you don't have to. Just grab the content, templates, training, and ready to go, because we're a team now. I said we have the team, right? But together we become a team. So let me run down the value real quickly for you. And it's a year's worth of the done for you content valued at $497. All those content monetization templates for $47. Blank printable templates for $47. Creating a high converting free offer templates for $47. Done for you printable newsletter templates for $47. Sales funnel templates for $47. Not for 40. That's not for $47. I'm on autopilot now. Obviously, the value is that we are not charging you this. The course creation templates valued at $47, and the intensive content marketing results training with the study groups that we added, and that's a value of $297. And then the 30-day challenge with personalized coaching, again, something we haven't offered before, we might not again, valued at $297. That is a true value of, I actually think, yes, okay, is a true value of $1,420 retail value, right? You could but if you create it yourself, that's tens of thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours of work. So what are we going to give it to you for? And what did Yusef say would be okay to do? Well, I'm going to make you guys annoyed and tell you there is a little bit more I want to offer. We have some really awesome bonuses. Please hang on tight because you're going to love this. And there's going to be another year's worth of content. So I told you this is a package. The first year's worth was a package of a blend of content of personal development. There's some family stuff, some holiday stuff, health stuff, and so forth. So this matches those kind of themes as well. So you'll have instant download of that, and it includes all the same things there. The 12 reports, 12 newsletters, 12 journals, 12 planners, 12 worksheets, 12 checklists, 50 articles, 50 templates, and 50 coloring, that's the product templates, and 50 coloring pages that you can fit in as you can use them. And here's the super exciting part. You guys don't even know about this, but we are actually, what?
Yeah.
What?
No.
What?
I was multitasking.
Let go.
Sorry.
We're so excited we can get it all figured out. So we're actually opening a new EKitHub shop. It's an a la carte shop, and that means that you'll be able to buy these also be able to buy individual items separately, right? So you'll be able to have this great library of stuff. But you'll also, when you need to fill in blanks, you'll be able to search through the shop and get other things. It's not open. It's not going to be open till next month. We will be announcing that soon. But if you do join us today, and you'll be able to join us today, you'll be able to get a $100 coupon code. See the shop before everybody else. You can't see the bonuses. Is everybody see the screen still okay?
Yeah, I can see it on my end, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay, I'll keep going, and Yusef can help you out in the chat if there's any problems. So we're gonna give you basically, half of your, we're gonna give you $100 to shop however you want as a webinar only bonus. And the only stipulation is you need to use the credit within 60 days of purchase, and it's for this new Shopify shop that we're launching only. It's not for our other e-kits and stuff. You can't apply it there. It's for the a la carte shop where you'd be buying individual items separately, which is going to be really useful, right? That you can pick exactly what you need. So you can come in at over 90% of the retail value. With the bonuses, we've bumped it up to 2017 retail value, right? Of everything, never mind creating it all yourself. And you can get everything for $197 if you go to EKitHub.com/PLR. If you go to that page now, there's an order link at the top. If you already know you're in, right? So you'll go through you'll see the product graphic, the bonuses listed, and when the bonuses are there, that means they're still available. There's an order link there. If you want to see the topics that are included and everything, just keep scrolling through the page. We put everything there for you so you can get a full look at everything that's offered. You can also get the free content planner just below the first product graphic. So when you go, actually, I'm gonna have to go too far back. So when you see this image on the page, right below it, you'll see a link to download that free content planner, and then you can explore the offer and get signed up as well, get into that challenge, and let's put some structure into all these awesome ideas I know are going through your head right now, right? So I'm just trying to get back. All right, so where am I here? All right, so the value, for this, it's truly remarkable. We're sure you're gonna agree. All you have to do is some of the content, right, to make it worth it. But there's so much in there. We're going to ensure you keep coming back to your library for years to come. And as I mentioned, that training program actually gives you some advice and on how to organize it, to be able to be able to use it. All right, so if you don't mind also, we thought we'd run through this to give you, not to say how great we are, but to give you some inspiration, some feedback we've received from customers. And, you know, when you take this approach, because this is the approach we use, right? And it doesn't matter what you're selling, you know, we are here to help people. We show them how to use our products. We leverage the power of Printables to do that. You can also do that no matter what niche you're in. And when you do that, you create this great connection. I'm sure there are people in here today, and you can comment if you are here and listening to that you've been with me for the 20 years, the 20 plus years. You've known Yusef. That's the few years that we've been working together in particular, but like you've been here this whole time, and it's because of this. And one of my most favorite comments ever is the one of Christie's on the left. And this is in our Facebook group, and she wrote, "Thanks for the add to the group, Alice and Yusef. You guys are one of my answered prayers. I'm so grateful to you from the bottom of my heart." And I literally felt like I was gonna cry when I read that. I was so moved by that, right? Like, that is so cool. Like, it seems like crazy to think, could you be someone's answered prayers? But perhaps you are, right? You have a message to share, and you need to, get it out there. We have lots of, comments about learning from us. Gail told us, can't wait when she signed up for training. She said, we're a great team and you're brilliant. Says Ali, your training is simple with no faffing around for hours. We love you. Faffing, I love that word. It's not one we use in Canada very often. It's great. And Susan says, I just love the way you're helping people. So great things about us, but also the kind of things that people can say about you, right? And there's just a bit more customer feedback. We don't have to go through that. That's more about our done for you content, right?
Just to check one thing, Cynthia is saying that the link is not working for her. It works on my end. Is it working for
you guys? Do you want to check the link? And you checked it in the way you wrote. Yeah, you copied it in there. If you are able to see it, or if you're in already, do let us know. We'd love to hear that, and we're excited to work with you through the study groups, through the 30-day challenge, to really break it down for you in your unique way. Like we said, people want cookie cutter. Often, I don't know what to do, I want to do this, but we're going to help you create that right framework and help you work through the different parts to make sure you know what your message is, what unique thing you offer to people, why people come to you. That is so unique, that can't be duplicated. So we'll help you come up with that, right?
Okay.
Oh.
It looks like it's working for most people.
Okay, awesome. And obviously we will have with what we put together for you, you'll always have the private server where you can contact us directly and speak to us directly. And it won't be like Facebook, where Facebook doesn't notify us of stuff and we don't know. This is the only reason we're using this server, and we're gonna be there and answer everything for you. In the group, you can still use it as well. You have the opportunity to connect with other members. There will be other people in the challenge as well that you'll meet on the server. But there are so many places you can get help, is what I'm trying to say. And our community and us personally are here to give you sound experienced advice and provide you with the accountability you need to get things done. And that's a great thing about the challenge too, is we're not gonna, if you don't show up at the challenge at all, we're not gonna, we're not gonna chase after you. But if you, come into the challenge and say something, and then maybe you're kind of slacking off, we will reply to you and remind you, you need to get back on track and keep moving forward with it. Because developing good habits is such an important thing to do, but you also have to develop the right habits, right? So the study groups are next week. So, getting on board now is a great thing to do. You'll be able to download everything already, or maybe in preparation for those study groups, you probably want to maybe print out or at least run through, look at the printables that are in there as well. And we'll get started with that very soon. All right, maybe we should run through some questions. Okay, so Kaylee, the content in the packages is a variety of content gathered from different packages. If you have purchased a package from us on a specific topic, it's not. This is a variety of content, and it's been put together. And as you see, we have the course and the 30-day training to make it super valuable. Also the $100 credit where you can go grab more individual items that you need. So you know, it's possible you have some of the different items, but overall you're going to have so much to draw on, more than you need probably, as you can see. It's more than anybody needs, right? But it's so that you can draw on it and use it as you need it. All right, so.
When next week, I think Cynthia's asking when is the.
Yeah, August 22nd to the 24th, 3 days in a row. We'll meet at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. So we'll meet then. If you can't make it then the recordings are available now. You can go in. You'll also be able to, anything you get stumped with on your own, you will be able to ask us directly, and we will help you with that as well. I want to read Stephen's comment. Thank you, Stephen. If they will not say it, I will. I have been a customer for many years and the content is top notch. I keep coming back for more. You will not be disappointed. Thank you so much, Stephen. Stephen is a regular attendee also of our live events, and we always appreciate your input, not just when you're complimenting us. You're a pretty experienced and knowledgeable person yourself, so we appreciate you being here. All right.
So Roz is asking, is the PLR challenge only for those who buy this offer?
Yes, it is a part of that offer because we are offering that, personalized, like you get to talk to us directly. We're helping people directly. It includes personalized coaching. You do need to get started. It's not like you have to go through it. You have to show up in the group that is specifically for this and get started, but we will be pushing you if you get started and you don't finish. But yeah, we're going to be putting a lot of individual time into this as well. All right. Yes. Can you touch on what yeah. So the content subjects, just go to EKitHub.com/PLRdale. And you can find all the topics listed there. Oh, that's Biscuit demanding some attention, maybe to go outside or to be fed. All right, you probably couldn't hear it because if you can't hear the fans, you probably can't hear the barking. All right. For the newsletters, I'm in those. Do we get the concept theme per month?
Someone asked, how long is this offer available to, with all the bonuses and stuff?
Well, the bonuses available like through the next few days. We are going to start next week, and it is a webinar special. We don't have a specific end date to it because we do want you guys to be able to get in. But as far as the extras, the study group and the 30-day challenge, those are starting, so you definitely want to get in. Gymnastic psychology, no, it's not related, and we also don't provide you with content on a monthly basis or anything like that. We're just gonna do, it's the giant, oh, I know why you're asking that. Okay, because it's a year's worth of content, but the thing is you get to download it all at once, so it's not like it's coming to you each month. And all the topics are covered on EKitHub.com/PLR. You'll see them there. If they fit into what you are doing, they can be customized. Remember how we talked about self-discipline? Self-discipline can fit into a bunch of niches, right? Or niches if you prefer. I don't know why I haven't said that yet because I always have to say that. But it can fit in, right? Self-discipline in becoming healthier, self-discipline in stopping smoking, the different topics that we have. And that's why we're really talking about that power of, you know, AI tools allowing you to customize it and fit it into certain niches, because, you know, we are PLR providers. So, you know, the more specific, super specific we get in our topics, the fewer people we can help with it. And that actually makes it a little harder to stay in business. So we make these more broader topics and content that's fully customizable. And when you know, learn to do things how we're suggesting you do it here, it becomes natural for you to customize and incorporate it into your message. Oh, that is one. The live classes, you know what, they vary, and I could probably take a peek to see, because they're already pre-recorded. They are what is going to happen is actually we're just going to watch together. We're going to watch the course together, and you'll be able to ask questions at the same time. So I don't think this will play automatically. I'm just looking it up. So why doesn't it say there? Oh, maybe because it's going to be, I think though they're all around an hour and a half or so. I don't know specifically, because where I've uploaded it, it actually doesn't tell me the link, but I don't know why, and we'll just stay focused here. If you do need to know, very specific. Where?
Go back.
What?
Just go back.
This one?
Yeah. No, the edit. Just edit.
No, I was already there. Where does it say?
Here, the link.
Yeah, but I was already at the link. It doesn't say how long it is, just because it's the way it's uploaded. Okay. So if it is an absolute critical thing to know, then you can you know, contact us through our support, and that Melody could look it up for you. But generally an hour and a half or so, I think that will get us covered. Now I lost the chat here. What did I do? There it is. I found it again. Awesome. All right. All right. Jen says, I have to leave, but wanted to say thank you. This is one of the best trainings I've had the pleasure of attending. Thank you. With the result of hundreds of ideas pinging through my brain. Thank you and good night. Yes, thank you, Jan. And hundreds of ideas are okay. We have to be okay with this. You know, write them down, use the materials that we put together, the planner and all that stuff. It'll help you organize them. And we're available to help you kind of make that a more cohesive plan, and make sure that, you know, all this great content and free stuff you want to share, that it's going to be leading people into buying your product, because that's what we want, right? All right.
Yes, Blue Moon, once you're logged into your account, you can actually purchase the offer.
Okay, so when you log in, doesn't it keep you on the order form, Blue Moon Agency? It should. So if you log in and then actually go to your dashboard, then you won't see it. But usually when you log in on the order form, it'll just continue the order form, and you'll be logged in and you'll be able to complete it. Awesome, ADHD Adventures. We're gonna rein you in. I know, I'm kidding. I know you help other people with their ADHD. That's great. So you're gonna be super focused. We all struggle with that though, right? Like staying focused. And I think if you guys sign up for this, do the training. If you can be there live for the study groups, that'll even help you with a little bit more structure. But again, just take part of the time out and do it, and make sure you do get into that challenge, because that's where we're going to kick your butt and make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Awesome. All right. Yes, that's correct. You get all the content at once so you can pick it out. So yeah, if that wasn't clear, you know, like it's a year's worth, it doesn't mean it's coming to you over the year. It just means that like you could release a report a month. You could release a new, like a printable newsletter, send it to your customers once a month and stuff like that. So it's a year's worth of content for you to use but you get it now. And the second year is also available for instant download as well. All right, Celeste says, thank you for the thorough training. Hope you have somewhere to cool off tonight. Going into the backyard and the hot tub, which is set as a pool temperature at this time of year. Yeah. All right.
Dale Walker is asking, what is the upsell offer and is it required?
Nope, oh no, not at all. Not at all, not at all. There are some social media templates and other things. If you would like to add it to your library, do so, and they are very valuable. Have a run through that, but no, it's not required as all. There is also a little add-on offer for a 3rd year's worth of content, and that is our personal development plan content. You can add that if you want. You do not need to. Get this core stuff, especially if you already are like swimming with ideas. Hey, just grab the done for you content and get into this training, and we're gonna get you on the right track. If you're feeling confident that you're gonna have this nice library, because they are one-time offers at the prices offered, and you're gonna run through the training and then you're gonna have this library to work with, then definitely add those extras.
Blue Moon Agency says it
Yeah,
gives me a list of downloads.
Okay, so you're logged into your account, it sounds like. So what happens now that you're you're logged in, and you go back to EKitHub.com/PLR and you click the add to cart button, you should be in the right place. Oh, I think I found it, she said, or he or she, they said. Awesome training, looking forward to it. Yes. This is an amazing opportunity, Doria says. Thank you.
So someone's asking, what are the dates for the 30-day challenge?
Yeah, we're going to start August 28th. And as I said, start August 28th, you're going to get the most out of it if you join us right on the day and you stick to the schedule. But if you fall behind, we're going to nudge you. You have to make your first post in order for us to nudge you, and we'll nudge you each time you fall off, but you can always come back. And if you have to start a little bit late, it will be there for you where you can kind of catch up real quickly and catch up to us. It's better if you're doing it on the same schedule as us, but we know people are busy. We know it's still summertime, but it's a great way to prime up for the fall and when things tend to get a little bit busier. All right. Yeah. Cynthia, it's just those particular templates, and there are private label rights to the all the years worth of content, the 2 packages, and the templates are for your own use in your own business. On that upsell, you can share those templates with other people. That is a perk of the upsell. All right. Roz says, love the training. Thank you, Alice and Yusef. Thank you, Roz. All right. Yeah, if you do want to look at our eKit packages under EKitHub.com eKits, there are other ones as well. We will also launch that a la carte shop next month. Grabbing all this together gives you access to the intensive course training and the study groups and the personalized help 30-day challenge. And again, so we'll keep that server open. I personally, and Yusuf's going to join me too, but I'm personally going to keep the app on my phone and leave those notifications on the app. But my phone on silent at night, I won't answer you when I'm sleeping. And we'll be able to, we'll be there to help you through this, because this, it'll take a long time, not a long time, it shouldn't take a long time, but, take some time to develop these habits, understand what works and what doesn't, and perfect the process. So we're there for you.
Okay, so what are the hours for the 30-day challenge?
Oh, I mean, I might add some recordings, and Yusuf might as well, but it's more text. It'll be text-based mostly, putting together what you learned in those actual training. It's just going to give you a little something to work on each day. and ideas will be able to interact. We might add some extra videos and things like that, but it's not scheduled. It's you do it at your own pace. So you get up, you see your challenge for the day, you check in and you tell us what you're going to do. You're not going to be forced to do that, but that's in your best interest, because then if you don't come back, we can follow up with you. And then you come back at the end of the day and you'll be able to create a thread of your original comment and say, update us on what you've done, and not just update us. You don't have to check in with us, but the act of doing that, right, is building some accountability for you as well. All right, gymnastics psychology. I retired, so I signed up for the 3 years as I plan to material for a new target market. Awesome, yeah, like that's so much that you will be able to work with for as long as you need and incorporate how you want, bundle up lots of things and work through it. Yes, Cynthia, the reason we do also, it's possibly true, she talked about as it doesn't necessarily, the done for you content portion doesn't necessarily apply to your business directly. But because we do tend to focus on personal development stuff, it does tend to, you know, achieving goals and all those things usually do somehow fit in. But you know, outside of that, if it doesn't fit and you don't think it's a fit, no problem. But you are also getting all those templates to create your own original content and to also start implementing this type of strategy for yourself, right? So lots of value, whether you use like one thing out of your done for you content package or none of it or all of it or some of it, because we're going to help you make it work for your topic. So it doesn't matter what you do. You don't have to be in any type of personal development niche or anything like that in order to make this work for you.
Is the 3-year upgrade have a standalone page link?
Yeah, you have it.
Yeah.
So if you're looking, it's a 197 on our website. And so yeah. It's a 190, the personal, that's that one. So yes, but if you want to see the topics in it, you might want to look at that package. If you are thinking of getting it, you may as well get this offer because it's the same price for the same stuff because we're giving you. Oh, actually, I'm saying that the wrong way. I'm like, so that's just the add-on, right? Yeah. But it's 197 on the website. I'm sorry, I got myself a bit confused. But it's an add-on package to this and at a fraction of the cost of that one. In order to buy it from the website is 197. It's this one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that one. Sorry, we anticipated your questions. We've got a list of things. All right. Yeah, there's only one upsell, and hey, we put it there if you want it. And you know, to be honest, if you want to be focused and you don't want to look at that stuff, you don't look at it. Remember, we say we give you what you wanted immediately. We show you the link to download and get right into your account right away if you want to bypass that. But if you want the extra stuff and you want to get a little bit more organized, it's there for you. Okay, so yes, Dale. And actually, can you also answer Dale in text? And it is all available for download because I think Dale likes to have the closed captioning, so maybe he missed what I said. But yes, for Dale, it's all instant download, everything. So whether it's the first, second, third year, it's all there. So there's 2 years in the main package. If you choose to click the box and do the little add-on package, then that's the 3rd year. But yes, everything gets downloaded right away. All right. And what happened? What did I do? Oh, I just closed that, I see. All right, how are we doing, guys? Like if you have more questions, we can certainly answer those. And also, you know, if there's any, you know, I'm happy to answer questions about the offer, but also if you have any questions about applying this
So
to your own business.
There's someone, I forgot the name, but there's someone that asked, how can you reach or how can you get affiliates to promote your product? And the suggestion that I would actually provide would be to join their Facebook groups, join the groups that they create. And when you join, don't just ask them to promote your product. You need to warm them up, basically. What you can do is get involved in their community, answer the questions that their own customers or clients or people that are in the group are asking. Try to answer their questions without actually promoting any of your products, because if you promote your product, you're going to get kicked out, maybe if the group owner is a little bit picky. It's not exactly. So you just be active, warm them up, show that you're part of. Yeah, I am a little bit. Half of my face.
Okay.
That's good enough. Just show them that you're part of the community. You answer questions. Show that you have some expertise. And then once you do that, you can actually later on get in closer touch with the person that owns the group. And then later on, maybe recommend that, hey, I've noticed that a lot of your customers are asking a lot of questions pertaining to this topic. I actually have put a program together, or I have put a course together that covers this. And I have an affiliate program if you would be interested. So these are some of the steps that you can take in order to build relationship with other affiliate members. It's all about creating value for them and creating value for their own people. And then that's how you basically can get that done.
That's brilliant, and that is the way to do it. Like, you can still set up an affiliate program and you can get a lot of smaller players signing up, and they'll bring you traffic, and there's a volume of them, and they help you. But yeah, building, it's worthwhile building those relationships and participating in these groups, because you're tapping into these people's audiences. So if you're joining a Facebook group with lots of people in it, you have a lot of potential power there. So, you know, building that relationship is a good thing. And anyways, also in addition to them promoting your product, when you get to know them, you'll probably maybe do webinars together. You'll find lots of other different ways to work together and to be able to benefit from each other. It always helps to have that. Yeah.
Okay, so Janice is asking, I bought it with my credit card as a guest. What should the product be called?
Oh, okay. So if you go, I think on a PC, what is a PC? Control F.
Yeah, Control F.
Is it? Now I'm turning myself around.
Yeah, Control F.
But is that what the stick? Oh yeah, and then on a save on a Mac. Wow. You put when you're on the list of products that you have, maybe put 2023, and you'll find it, because it's called 2023 webinar offer or something like that. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Lisa asked about a payment plan. We don't have one on this because it is like immediately we are offering our personal time, and it's all, you know, a lot of content being downloaded all at once. So, and also at a pretty awesome price. I understand that it, you know, might be a lot for some people, but then also, you know, if it's not affordable, we definitely don't want people buying something that they can't afford, right? We will guide you. I mean, if you follow through, you're going to more than earn the $197 back, but, you know, maybe take some other steps first before, if it's not affordable in that way. To whoever was listening, that wasn't really directed at Lisa specifically. Awesome.
Shall we do a recap?
Dale also has another question about where to find the subjects of the I can't do the chat. Oh, I can do the chat, but Yusef has the links. So she'll answer Dale's question about, we're just wondering about the topics. So anybody else who's wondering about the topics, the first year's worth of content topics are on that EKitHub.com/PLR. That everything is listed there for you. If you want to know what's in the second year, I believe that Yusef maybe posted a drop, or I don't know if you posted the Dropbox link yet.
Not yet.
There's a Dropbox link that tells you the second year's worth, because we didn't want to add it onto the page and then you'll be scrolling for days. So we just put the first year on there. And as far as the add-on offer, Yusef, I think, posted that one as well. But you need to tell Dale, I think you need to explain what you're saying.
Okay.
The Dropbox link is the second year's worth.
Yeah.
The main link is the main link, the PLR link is the first year's worth. And then the Dropbox link is the second year's worth. And then the optional third year is the sales page, right? Confusing, I know, when you offer so much, there's a lot of different moving parts. All right. Okay, so Cynthia, let me go and look for the page you need. I'm gonna post the the members page for you guys. If you haven't purchased the product, that link will not work for you. You'll have to purchase it and then you'll be able to see it. If it doesn't work for you right away, it means you're not logged into your account. If you have paid and it doesn't work, it's that you have to log in and then you'll be able to access it. But let me just grab it for you.
The bump offer is the 3 years.
The bump offer is the yeah, that one. Yeah. Download page, where are you? Here it is, I found it. All right, let me find the chat again. Okay, so this link is, oh, you found it in the email, awesome, okay. I thought I suggested that, but then I think I've answered so many questions, right? Is there a way to download without Dropbox? I don't think any, I could be wrong about the I don't think any of it's in Dropbox. None of it's in Dropbox. It's on our server. And you shouldn't, you also can download, just so you know, Lisa, you can also download from Dropbox without putting it into your account. Like there's no limit on that. So you just choose download. It might prompt you to try to add it to your account because that's how they trick you into buying space, but you can always download. But for these downloads, I don't think anything is in Dropbox at all. It's mostly on our server. Some of the bigger files is on a different file sharing program that I have, and it's not Dropbox. Yeah. Oh yeah, you definitely don't want to put them, yeah, because there's so much there's so much content. So same with the other thing you purchased that had the Dropbox links, you can put those on your computer instead. And if you need any help with that, come into the Facebook group, or come into the Facebook group for that, because someone, even if we're not around, someone will come in and probably be able to answer that for you. All right, okay, so I will post the login. I'm gonna give you, Cynthia found it, so I didn't post it. I can't reply directly, like Yusef can, he's doing it right on YouTube. I'm doing it in some control panel. So Janice, this is the link to your product. This shows everything on that one page. You have to log into your EKitHub account, and if you've purchased, which Janice has, you'll be able to see it. If you haven't purchased it yet, it'll just take you to a page, different page. If it won't take you to a page to sign up, because actually I can fix that right now. So in case anybody clicks that link and they don't have access, but I don't like using that in a big number. Sometimes it gets confusing. All right, technology. All right, awesome. So will I receive the confirmation at my email address? Yes. And okay, so yes, you would get, oh, I see, like sometimes maybe the server was like a little backed up, and sometimes it says it's not confirmed. I don't know if that's PayPal, or I don't think it's our site, or I'm not sure. But whenever you can't find your stuff, I'm going to give you that link as well. 1 second. So if you purchase, not just the one product, you purchase some of the upsells, you can go, look at me, listen to me, losing my voice. Where is it? It is Blue Moon Agency. I'm going to put your name there. I can't tag you on the dashboard I'm in. This is the main customer area, and all the products are listed on the left. If you've purchased a lot of things from us, there's so many, I usually recommend doing that Control F and then type in the words of kind of what you're looking for. But yes, email would come to you as well. Credit card. Okay, so yeah, even on, yeah, I don't know why that happens sometimes, that it says not confirmed yet. It's possible that if it doesn't, it might not go through. If that's there, you can still log into your account and open a ticket, and Emily or Melody could look and double check if there was some kind of glitch or anything for you. Yeah, awesome. Thank you. All right, well, guys, this has been great. 2 hours and 20 minutes, and there's still you guys here. It says, at least on this screen. Wow, awesome. I'm so glad that you guys joined us, and I really thank you for the feedback you provided, such as giving us a little bit more air here. Oh, Biscuit's coming to say hi, maybe. Yeah. She looks hot, though. We're not going to torture her by putting her in front of the camera. Yeah. All right.
Is this still connected or?
All right. Another year social media package. Oh, I think there is a package of journals there. We just show it to you, and if you want it, you can get it. I believe it's a package of 22 journals and 22 planners. Also, that's a great thing. If you do want to explore it, you can open a support ticket, and Melody would help you find the pages and stuff for that. We can't put the pages here, right? Because only special people who order, and all of you are special, but special in a different way that you ordered will see those offers. Yes. Oh, yes. It's the private label rights license is at the bottom of the page, Cynthia. So the year's worth of content and the second year's worth of content, that is private label rights content. And apologies if that doesn't seem super clear from the page. I think, after, customers kind of knowing how we operate and what we do, that sometimes we might miss those, really spelling out it in complete detail for you. But the year's worth of content and the bonus year's worth of content comes with the private label rights license. And at the bottom of the page, I'm scrolling and looking, making sure what I say is correct. And maybe I could even share my screen even. That means I gotta use this computer. Actually, I don't know how to do it. I'm gonna challenge myself. What is it? No, I was just gonna go to the sales page and show it. Oh, I could do it on here. I could do it here. So I need to, but it'll take a second. So what I want to say is, if you don't want to wait for me to figure out how to share my screen, if you go to the bottom of the sales page, there is right under our picture, there is the license information there for you. You need to change this to a presenter. Remove this as a presenter. We need to be a presenter on this computer. I would prefer it than that computer. Just change presenter, me. Show my screen. I did it.
I help.
And look how red I am, because my face just popped up really big. I'm so warm. So yeah, so you see right here, it has the private label rights commercial use license. It applies to the graphics, journal templates, planner templates, including this pack. Actually, it's not for the insider guides and the courses, right? Like the challenge, you don't have private label rights to, or the training program as well. But this year's worth of content and the bonus and the main year's worth of content, which is all the stuff I'm scrolling by right now, right there. All right, I'm gonna go back to the chat because I can't see both those things at once. All right, shop style. I don't know if you answered this question, but I have bought quite a bit from you guys so far. How much of the older content is in this bundle? It is all archived content that we have released before. And it's drawn from a bunch of different packages and put together for you. So it's a variety. So I couldn't, like, if you do need to kind of analyze what you might have and what you don't, then that could be done through a support ticket, and Melody can help you. But I think, like, you know, when you look at the grand picture of it and all the extra stuff, if that's valuable to you, then you'll be able to draw on the extra pieces you don't have. But yeah, it's content that we have released before. It's not brand new content. But it is a big package of a variety of different topics. All right, thank you, Cynthia. Thank you for joining us very much. All right. Yeah, maybe I think you said it was on your phone when you tried to download Dropbox. That might make you do that. But again, none of this is Dropbox. You're free of Dropbox here. 27 and 14. I think you got it all, Blue Moon Agency. Thank you for being an awesome customer. If you really do want, like, someone to check your account and make sure you got everything, you can open a support ticket. Melody or Emily, it would probably be tomorrow because it is quite late now, especially for them. They're a few hours ahead of us. They'd be able to look in your account and see if you missed anything, and you can decide if you want any of that. All right. Oh, now you can see I'm still sharing my screen. You see me looking at the chat and stuff now. So actually, if I go back, yeah, but it's on the bottom. Here it is. I am gonna stop sharing my screen after that though, I think, because, yeah, I'll go back to that. But it's at the very bottom, and I will leave it here for a second. But basically, we allow you to, and I'll run through it, so then if the screen's not there, you can also listen. You can add the content to a product that you plan to sell or give away for individual use. You can also have it as on its own. You can modify the content to suit your needs. You can use the content in your websites, blogs, newsletters, social media, anywhere you publish content. You can add your name, URL, or logo as the author or creator of the content, but you can't list us, our company or our individual names on there because it's private label rights content. It is not. It comes as a private label, but you can't. Really the only thing you can't really do with it is give the resale rights or publishing rights to everyone. The exception, actually, it doesn't even say that on our. I think somewhere along the line when we did the printables, we said that the exception being is that's not even available. Well, thank you for me noticing that we need to update this a little bit. There's no full resale rights license available for this one. That's from a different product. Also, when you log in, you'll get a license certificate as well, and that should have the up-to-date information on that. But what you basically, you can change it, you can sell it, you can edit it, modify it, you can give it away. But what you can't do is give the resale rights or publishing rights to anyone, except for the actual real exception is if you're letting your affiliates use it, but it already has like they're using it to promote your product. So it has like, it has your branding on it, and it has like a link, their affiliate link in it, and it's used to grow your business as opposed to just growing it. So you can share it with but you can't, tell someone else they can sell it as content or let other people publish it on their website and then add their own branding and things like that. And then when it comes to the printables, you also can't let your customers edit the documents or files. You should give them a PDF or non-editable file, right? Because then that becomes like a publishing, then you're publishing the content. You cannot do customizations on behalf of your customers, but they can't make edits to the original files. The exception would be like if you created a PDF, a fillable PDF, a digital one where they can fill that, that's fine, because that's them just at filling in blanks and creating it for themselves. They're not actually modifying the content. All right. Sorry for that confusion. Right, I'm gonna stop sharing the screen and but I want to, why did I do that? Oh, it will just show us right now. Okay, never mind. It's still really warm. And why are people aren't in there? It's better. All right, let me find the chat one more time. Where are we? Am I in the wrong? I'm in the wrong browser. That's why. Okay. Oh my goodness, where is it? I lost it. Wait. Oh, I've got 3 browsers open. Never mind. Here I am. All right. Okay. Let me see if we missed anything. All right. How long will it take to get the email? I mean, it should be instant, Kim. If it's not instant, let me one more time so we don't forget. I'm going to give you the link I gave to another customer to be able to, can't copy and paste from here. In Safari, I need to go here. I just need to grab the link for you. Back here. This is where you'll log in if you didn't get it. This is a direct link to the main package plus the add-on of year and the bonuses. If you purchased other stuff, it'll be in your main, you'll see the link to like main screen there, you'll be able to do it. So that was, ask that again. That was Kim. Again, Kim, I'm on a screen where I can't tag you, but that's where you go. You just have to be logged into your account. And if you've already purchased, once you're logged in, it'll take you to that download page. If anyone else clicks it and they haven't purchased it, they'll have to go back to the EKitHub.com/PLR and grab it there. Yeah. So Kim, yeah, just you could use the link I just provided, or come back if you prefer to your email later. I hate it when you tell people email is so great and then the email doesn't go. But nothing is 100% foolproof. But all right. Okay, awesome. All right, I think we were probably going to wrap up here.
Yeah.
EKitHub, or AKA. What happens?
Well, it discuss sensitive information.
Yes, I didn't mean to, but it was brief.
Somebody can hack into our website.
No, they can't.
They can't.
Okay, Dale has one more question. You want to check it, and then I will wrap up, because I'm like so hot and like tired now, and I'm glad that you guys enjoyed this. Again, if you haven't received an email though, but you signed up, I'm going to put the link in the chat right now before we wrap up. So make sure you do click that right away. Okay. All right. Cynthia, we don't offer the master resale rights hardly on any products. We did for a little while, but we didn't have very many customers interested in it, and that's why it kind of lingered on the sales page template. So it's something that we need to update. But if you do want to open a shop like that, you would like create your own content. There are some places where you can buy resale rights content, and occasionally maybe we will offer that, but generally speaking, oh yeah, that's why I did that. So you're on camera.
Dale doesn't have Dropbox, so he's having
problems. He doesn't need Dropbox.
Well, to access this link.
Oh, he don't need Dropbox to access the link.
Yeah, for some reason it's not opening for him.
Okay, so I don't know. So what we can do is
message him directly. Email him.
Yeah, I think I'm connected with Dale on Facebook, pretty sure. So if it's okay with you, Dale, I'll send you a Facebook. I'll attach the file in Facebook if that helps. So, and you're gonna tell him. All right. Roz, when the chat, what happens on YouTube when you go to YouTube and watch it? The chat is actually kind of in real time, so you're watching the recording and the chat goes by just like it was when it was live. So yes, the chat remains, but it's you have to kind of skip to the part of the video if there's something specifically you're looking for. All right. Okay, and Doria's in the health and wellness, so I'm hoping that this group will give me a focus to just do it for once and for all. Yes, Doria, let's do it. We will. All right. Okay. I thought, was there one more thing I was gonna do? I did give the link to them. So again, if you need to sign up, you go to ekithub.com/PLR. If you did sign up, it is in your EKitHub account. You would get an email. If you don't see the email, check the spam. But it could be there. Or also you can go into your account anytime, and I'll tell you the link now too. It's ekithub.com/amember/member. Now, if you don't know what I said and it's hard to remember because I wouldn't be able to type it out from there. No, it's okay. I'm just going to tell them generally, if you ever get lost and you don't get your content, if you ever go to our website, you go to the bottom, and let me just have a quick look for you. What the link exactly says, it says customer login. And at that place, you'll always be able to log in, and all the content, and this will not include that Shopify shop that you guys got access to. I'm sorry, because it's a different platform, but it was the best way we could offer a la carte products. But any big packages that you buy, they will always be in there. And once we open the shop, we're actually going to change that information so people know how to find all their content. All right. Okay. So Dale, if you are there still, I will message you. I'll attach the file into a message to you so that you can catch it. And one more question for Cynthia. Let's grab that one. I looked at the bottom PLR rights, and it only mentions we have PLR rights to the graph. You get. Yes, so Cynthia, I apologize because I said we do need to update it, and it's a sales page template, and I apologize that we kind of goofed that up. But I'm gonna update it, but this is the rights you get. It's to the private label rights are for the year's worth package, and for the second year's worth of content package. It's the done for you content that was designed for you guys to use in your business, like to create products from and stuff. So the first year's worth of content is all private label rights content. So yes, it includes the articles and card decks for sure. Actually, when we're done here, because as you can tell, I'm not very good at multitasking, I am going to go and update the terms so they're proper. But yes, you get private label rights to the first year's worth of content, the bonus second year. If you do purchase that upgrade of the third year, then that also is private label rights content. If you see any upsells, it'll tell you if it's private label rights or not as well. But I hope that answers the question temporarily. If you do want it spelled out, perfectly, and I totally understand if you do, if you give us about 10 minutes after we're done here, it should be up to date on the page as well, so it won't be confusing anymore. All right, so I'm gonna call it. Thank you so much. It says there's still 76 of you. Now you guys can go off. We're gonna have dinner, hop in the cold hot tub.
Work some more, actually.
Well, a little bit more work, and then order some food. EKitHub/Happy Dog Island Store Inc. is going to buy us dinner today. We'll have a lovely evening, and you guys have one too. So again, it's ekithub.com/PLR, and that's where you can grab that. No, Cynthia, no problem at all. It's like, these are good questions, and then, we shouldn't miss the details, but sometimes that happens. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye. everybody.
Bye, guys. Thank you for tuning in.